Welcome back to my channel. This is Chris, aka Hood Digital, aka Big Daddy Kane, aka the starving YouTuber. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane, one of my heroes and one of my childhood heroes. I remember when Big Daddy Kane was the man back in the late 80s. He was the man. But I'm not here to talk about Kane, but shout out to Kane, man. Love you. Um, Big day today. Big day. It was a long night though. I went to sleep like 4:30 in the morning. I was creating some content for this other channel I'm working on in Spanish. So I woke up like 12:30 noon, yeah, 12:30 p.m. and had some coffee. I'm having some coffee now. Went to the gym. Went with wifey to the gym. Sometimes I like to go on Wednesdays with wifey and stuff, hubby and wife type of time. After that, we went to eat. I go to the gym at the small Megacentro, and after that, we went to eat some chicken. Had some roast chicken, some salad, some good old protein. After that, I went to handle some business. I do everything at the mall. I live by a mall, so I'm lucky. I handle all my business, my little banking business, go shopping, buy a few things. Came back, took a shower, and here I am, creating my content. This is my fix now. I'm starting to get addicted to this. I'm not getting any views, not getting any subscribers, but I'm grinding. I'm riding till the wheels fall off. Today, I wanted to get back to my reaction format. Same format I'm doing. I want to get back to this reaction. I might sway a little bit, talk about other things. Basically, is whatever I'm in, not what I'm in the mood for, but whatever I'm feeling. Whatever I'm feeling I should talk about, but I mostly like to do these little police cams, um, type of videos, type of reaction videos. I like it. I like it because this is what I watch anyway. I'm into this. I'm into this little crime thing and all this, especially this generation, this day and age, all these weirdos. This one, like I said, I've been having this one on deck. Like I got a few videos on deck that I've been wanting to do. And this one I had to do it. Because, like I said, I just read the description and I say, yeah, this is the one. I just feel it. I go by feeling. Atlanta stripper kills her Crip baby daddy after calling 911 on him. So let's get right to it.
So when I shoot him, after I done called the cops and did everything I was supposed to do,
just make sure you can articulate
I can.
what's going on.
I can. I'm showing you.
You better really be able to articulate that.
So she said, I'm going to shoot him, I'm going to call the cops and do everything I'm supposed to do. Like there's actually a protocol to shooting somebody and just doing what you're supposed to do. There's actually things you're supposed to do when you shoot somebody. But anyway, this is going to get interesting. Let's see if she did what she was supposed to do.
I can. This is my household. He have no residency,
Just
nothing.
make sure you read up on it and make sure you can articulate when it comes to
I've done it. I did that before I got my license.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead,
Oh,
man.
man, look at her.
Hurry, bro.
Hurry up.
Did she shoot you?
Yeah, before I die.
All right, lay down. Sit down here.
Wait a minute. Let me go back a little bit. Did she shoot you? And did she shoot you? And he said, "Yeah, before I died." I guess he's not right in the head.
Did she shoot you?
Yeah, before I die.
See, yeah, before I die. He doesn't even know what he's saying. I don't even know what does that even mean. But anyway, he probably got some internal bleeding because if you notice when he was coming towards the camera, It didn't look like he was bleeding or anything. But let's take a look. Let's continue.
All right, lay down. Sit down here. Where's it at?
Here is a story of fear, anger, and wrong choices. On a cold November morning in 2022, Quenisha Johnson made a decision that would forever change her life and the lives of her children. Quenisha had called the police to her home in DeKalb County, Georgia, worried about her safety after receiving threatening messages from DeMonte Smith, the father of her youngest child. But the tension between the couple, mixed with fear and anger, spiraled out of control. What started as a plea for safety ended in unimaginable tragedy when she took a single gunshot, right before the officers. And before they could rush to the scene, a father was lying in a pool of his blood, and 3 young children were left baffled with questions. How could their innocent mother turn so rogue in a split second? Quenisha Johnson was a 30-year-old mother trying to balance the challenges of life, family, and survival. She lived in Lithonia, Georgia, a place where she had built a home and was raising her children. Life hadn't been easy for her, but she was determined to provide a stable environment for her family. Quenisha was known for her strong personality, but beneath that exterior was a woman battling fears that most people couldn't see.
No, that's not a thing.
Okay, so based on what I understand, when we seen the beginning of the video, the baby father, the baby daddy, in this case the victim, was there somewhere. And then after she finished talking to the cops turned around, they was about to leave. Right before they left, blah, 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 blah. That's when the shot goes off. Okay, so let's take a look. I guess you're going to start from the beginning here.
Well, you disappear all that lying ass thing shit. You gonna get mad because I react.
He don't live here. He don't pay no bills. His name not on the lease. He don't have no mail. There's nothing here that's his besides a trash bag full of clothes that he got from DeKalb County Jail. He can take that and he can go. And he can put my daughter in the house if she get colic. Because I'm going to have to deal with that.
Man, they're not touching my daughter. So shut your fucking mouth.
That's down. Touch my daughter. You can put my daughter in the house though.
Nah.
Your name not on the birth certificate. So therefore, it's not your daughter. It's mine.
You ain't got no name.
Oh, her name not on the birth certificate. Crazy, man.
It is. I do. Let me go get it.
Watch out, bro.
My daughter.
Watch out.
Please.
I don't want my baby out here.
Her relationship with DeMonte.
This is obviously a case of babies having babies. And I mean that they're grown as men and women. I know that. But I mean that as far as maturity, they just like the kid is basically not even regarded here in a way because they're not even thinking about that. They're just thinking about themselves. There's no type of discipline. This is not like and I'm speaking to my generation. This is not like our generation. Our generation, there was a little bit more maturity. Things did happen, but this is just a matter. There's no maturity at all. That's supposedly her baby daddy, but his name is not on the birth certificate. Obviously, something is disconnected here. But let's continue to watch.
Smith, the father of her youngest child, was a stormy one. DeMonte was a man with a history, a troubling past of legal troubles, violence, and broken relationships. He had been arrested multiple times, including charges for domestic violence and stalking. Despite this, he was the father of her child, and their connection, though fraught, remained.
We're gonna bring him back.
I'm gonna get the birth certificate. He's not on it. At this point, it's not his baby. And if y'all want to do a DNA test to identify that.
Nah, this thing, no. We ain't going that far.
But
you allowed them.
You forgot where you went 3 hours?
I'm gonna shoot. Look at my daughter's diaper. I'm dad's dead.
Nah, nigga, I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
With their mama.
With their mom? Hey, we don't talk to them.
We not here to listen to y'all go back and forth.
No problem.
I'm trying to tell you.
My kids here though. My kids here though.
You know what's crazy? I was watching this and I'm thinking this is obviously a multi-generational dysfunction. gangbanger, criminal from the street. I'm not trying to put him down because I came from there, but it is what it is. And convicted felon. Now I'm talking about the baby's father. This is the daddy now. Let's look at the mom. The mom is a stripper. Obviously, this is dysfunctional. So, what are the chances of this kid growing up to be a normal person in society? Let's say normal, because he doesn't necessarily need to grow up to be a doctor or a lawyer. But as far as normal function, it's crazy because look who's raising him. He's going to grow up to think this is okay. Hopefully not. But let's take a look.
I see my kids every day.
It's
You
all
don't
right.
see none of yours.
That's
You ain't
cool.
gonna see her at the display. Like,
For what? Cause you with that?
no.
You got mad 'cause you
a broke
disagreed?
ass nigga and I'm cool. That's why. Cause you broke. And that's what you got on trying to
You
get out.
gonna
Hey,
catch something.
stop. Because at this point, you're antagonizing him. You stop.
I'm not.
Stop.
He has
Quenisha's fear of DeMonte wasn't unfounded. Just 2 weeks before the fatal incident, he had reportedly grabbed her and slammed her to the ground during an argument. She didn't report the assault, a decision many women in similar situations make out of fear, hope, or denial. But that day in November, after receiving threatening text messages and calls from him, Quenisha decided she couldn't take any chances, and a cold-hearted decision was set in motion. On November 27th, 2022 in Lithonia, Georgia, what started as a tense morning would spiral into a tragic day. Quenisha Johnson was heading home with a heavy heart. She had been out the night before, her first time away from her 2-month-old baby, and the tension between her and DeMonte Smith, the father of her youngest child, had reached a boiling point.
Well, you disappearing all that lying ass thing ass shit. You gonna get mad because I react.
He don't live here. He don't pay no bills. His name not on the lease. He don't have no mail. There's nothing here that's his.
I do got
Besides,
mad.
So, even though it's her first time without me being away from her daughter, it doesn't make it right. It seems like she left him in the house with her, with the baby. So obviously now she's coming back all wild and get out my house. This is my house. You don't pay no bills. You don't do this. You don't do that. But he has the child. Obviously he's doing something. I'm not trying to be on his side. And we got to see where this is going. But I'm not trying to be on his side or her side at all. Because this is obviously just something that's dysfunctional. Not nobody's right and wrong in this. I think everybody's wrong in a way. But anyway, let's continue to watch.
a trash bag full of clothes that he got from DeKalb County Jail. He can take that and he can go. And he can put my daughter in the house, but she get colic. Because I'm going to have to deal with that.
Man, you're not touching my daughter, so shut your fucking mouth.
That's
You ain't touching my
they don't have to touch my daughter. You can put my daughter in the house, though.
Nah.
Your name not on the birth certificate.
Nah.
See, so she's obviously putting them out there. See, that's crazy. You guys got to be careful what type of women y'all get with, cause women could be your best friend, the most loyal person you can have around. Your woman could be the most loyal person you have around. My woman right now is the most trustworthy person I have, the most loyal person I have. But that could all change in a matter of minutes. Just like a woman is loyal, she'll turn disloyal in a fraction of a second. Trust me. So you got to be careful with that. It's just the way it is. Right now, you see that how the cops is there, and she already saying he was in the county jail. She already trying to put it out there that he a convicted felon. You feel me? That's disloyal right there. She putting him out there. He should have just left. He should have just given. I would have given the baby. I mean, the right thing to do based on my perspective. I'm not saying I would have done it because the moment speaks. I would have probably just tried to knock her head off. I would have probably ran away. I'd have probably tried to make up with her. Who knows? The moment speaks. Who knows what I would have done? But the right thing to do would be like, look, this is your baby. I'm gone. Do you? Obviously, he wants to do something for the baby. Obviously not, because sometimes they don't do it just for the baby. They just do it because they just want to antagonize. He wants to antagonize her. She wants to antagonize him. But the point is, she putting him out there right now. She already addressing, listen, he's just in the county jail. He a convicted felon. Let's keep watching.
So therefore, it's not your daughter. It's mine.
You ain't got no names on your birth certificate.
It is. I do. Let me go get it.
DeMonte was angry. He had stayed home with the kids waiting for Quanisha to return. When she didn't, he sent her furious texts and called her multiple times, but her phone was off.
Obviously she wasn't in church praying. She wasn't in catechism. Obviously she wasn't at evening mass. Obviously she must have been swinging on another pole, if y'all know what I mean. Let's continue to watch. This is gonna get crazy.
Worried, he reached out to her family, even calling hospitals to check if she was safe. When Quanisha finally turned her phone on that morning, she was met with a storm of angry messages. One stood out particularly. DeMonte threatened to hit her when she got home.
Now I would love to ask dude this question. I mean, doesn't he have friends that tell him the truth, that just tell him, because we all got friends that will tell you the truth, like, nah, this is like this is like that. Your girl a stripper, your baby mama a stripper, and she doesn't come home. And the first thing you think about is calling her family and calling hospitals to see if she's in the hospital. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop that. Let's keep watching.
Feeling afraid, Quanisha did something she hadn't done before. She called the police. She asked for an escort to her house, explaining that she feared for her safety. At that moment, she was a woman caught between fear and the need to protect herself and her children.
And then she comes home and she calls the cops on him. Because she obviously knows what she did or what she wasn't doing. Obviously, you're calling the cops. You're already defending yourself. You're using the cops as a form of defense mechanism. Because you know you was doing wrong. Doesn't mean you deserve any violence upon you. Doesn't mean he needs to put his hands on you. But you know what you did, so you're calling the cops. You're trying to be in the forefront. You're trying to get in front of everything.
He's in the window. He's just waiting on the step to do whatever the fuck he felt like he was going to do. My daughters are in here though.
He's in there too?
Yeah. I'm gonna show you how to look.
Hold on.
You run back the door?
Is he opening the door?
I can show you who's at the door. I got a gun right here. I'm licensed.
Okay. Does he have any weapons?
No.
Fear and the need to protect herself and her children.
Yo, but she called the cops before she even knocked on the door. Like, she already know what's going to go down. This is crazy, yo. Oh, that's why. I'm going to tell y'all something. And I know I keep pausing it, but this has a lot of, this has me going like 100 miles per hour thinking of the shit I want to say. Yo, women could be the best thing in the world for men. Women could be God's greatest gift to men, to us. But women can be very, very, very dangerous. Because a woman will put you to sleep. A woman will put you to sleep. When a woman turns on you, she don't give a fuck. Especially if she fucking with another dude. She don't care. Let's keep watching. I know I keep rumbling, but I just, a lot of things just go in my head. I want to make sure I cover everything. This is crazy.
I know. He just waiting on the phone now to do whatever the fuck he felt like the fuck he was going to do. My daughters are in here though.
He's in there too?
Yeah. I'm going to show you, honey. Look.
Hold on.
You hear him at the door?
Is he opening the door?
I can show you if he's at the door. I got a gun right here. I'm licensed though.
Okay.
So,
Does he have any weapons?
no.
Just for our safety, just put the weapon inside the car for me. Thank you.
When Quanisha pulled up to her house with the police, the air was thick with tension. DeMonte came outside with his frustration visible. He confronted her, venting his anger about her absence the night before. The officers tried to calm both of them, but the tension was too high.
Well, you disappearing all that lying ass shit. You gonna get mad because I react.
Then came a strange moment. Quanisha asked the officers a question. What happens if I shoot him in self-defense?
So when I shoot him for self-defense, then what? Because I'm licensed. So if I shoot him in my residency, because he's sitting here putting his hands on me for the second time, then what? I'm held.
That's fucking crazy, man. This is crazy right here. This is crazy. And dude don't even see it. Dude don't even see it, man. You're about to get shot. She already telling you what she's gonna do. She disappears, leaves you with the child, and comes back. Even before you even open the door, you calling hospitals and shit. You calling family. You thinking something happens to her. You concerned. And now she's already telling you. She's already telling the cops, if you're right here and you hear that, man, I'll give it a baby and I'll bolt, man. You don't have no guns. Obviously, you ain't in defense mode. That's crazy. Something else is this. The cops, soon as she said that, the cops should have confiscated that gun and taken that gun. Or the cops should have taken him away. The cops should have separated them right away. That should have never happened. And something else. When she told the cops that she was packing, but I'm licensed though. Why didn't you ask for the license right there? You need to, because anybody could tell you I got a gun, but I'm licensed. That's like driving a car and you stop me and do you have a license? Yeah, I got a license. All right, go ahead. Don't worry about it. That's crazy. All he told her was put the gun in the car. That's it. I didn't hear him ask her for no license. Okay, let me see your license. I want to make sure. And if you don't have a license, I'm going to take the gun. I'm going to take the gun right now anyway. I'll give it back to you, but right now, for my defense and for everybody's defense, I'm going to take, for my safety and for everybody's safety, for his safety, we were talking about a 2-3 month old, they should have confiscated that gun. They should have taken the gun from her. Even if they give it back eventually. But this should have never happened based on what I see. I haven't seen anything. We haven't seen exactly where this goes. We know where it ends up, but we don't know exactly how it evolves into that. But anyway, let's keep watching.
Campbell, you hear this, right? You heard what he just said? I'm going to get my ass beat tonight. So when I shoot him, after I done called the cops and did everything I was supposed to do.
She even mentioned that she had read up on George's self-defense.
Yo, homeboy gotta be stupid, yo. Homeboy right here, he on a suicide mission for real. Homie on a suicide mission. How is this nigga a crip? What's going on with these gangsters today? You're supposed to be a gangster. So, because she's a female, she got a gun, she already telling the cops what's going to happen when I shoot him, what's going to happen if I shoot him, will I be held accountable? She's already making her mark, and you talking about beating her ass. I don't know, man, but gangsters back in the days with gangsters, things like that didn't happen, man. If you talking about shooting me and you got a gun and I don't have a gun, I need to get from around you. Now, if she didn't have a gun, it'd be different. He still should have never threatened her because you got to think that's your baby mom's. What you needed to do was just bolt, man. F that bitch. There's other bitches. F that bitch. Don't matter. Take care of your baby from afar. Do you. I'm going to do me. Feel me? So, I don't know, man. I don't know what type of mentality this is, man. But it doesn't add up. Not in my book.
Laws and gotten a license for her gun. To her, this was a kind of approval from the states to shoot anyone on sight. But
that's what I said in the beginning. So because you have a gun license, do you have a license to kill? But anyway, that's crazy.
The officers took these statements very lightly. Seeing no immediate danger in place, the officers told the couple to go inside the house and try to work things out. It seemed like a reasonable step at the time, but it was...
See, it was saying right there, the dude was narrating, but if you read it, he's actually telling the police that she's using the police. She knows that she's wrong because she left the baby and she want to come home the next day because obviously she was dancing on a pole, on another type of pole, on a meat pole. So she want to use the cops as a mechanism. Because why do you call the cops even before you knocked on the door? Knock on the door. I don't see dude acting up. He got the baby in his hand. Obviously, he's not going to attack you. He got the baby in his hand. So I don't know, but dude should have seen this coming, man. He should have seen this coming, and the cops should have told him, "No, listen, man. They should have removed him and the baby. They should have removed him. At least remove him."
A decision that would have devastating consequences. The officers turned to leave, with hopes that the couple would take their advice for good and work things out smoothly. But they were in for a surprise. Inside the house, things quickly went from bad to worse. Quenisha was feeling the weight of DeMonte's anger and her own fear. She stepped outside again. Then she retrieved 2 items from her car, a tire iron and her gun. She gave her phone to one of her children.
Oh, she got other kids. Look at that. She got other kids. She's not even thinking. She left him with the other kids. That's not even his kids. That's crazy. She know what she did, but homie should have walked away, man.
And told them to call 911, claiming that DeMonte had hit her. What happened next was chaotic and tragic. Quenisha struck DeMonte in the head with the tire iron, and in the heat of the moment, she fired her gun, hitting him in the chest. Still outside and just about to leave, the police heard the gunshot ringing from within. Moments later, DeMonte stumbled out of the house, clutching his chest. His words to the officers were desperate. "She hit me in the head with a metal thing and then shot me. Hurry before I die." Despite the officers' attempts to help, DeMonte collapsed and was rushed to Emory Hillendale Hospital. Sadly, he didn't survive.
You know what's crazy? In her mind, in her head, she really thinks that this is self-defense. She thinks she's going to get away with this. She thinks she's going to go to court, and she thinks they're going to go like this to her, a slap on the wrist, and she's gonna go home. In her head, she believes this. She believes that hitting dude with a tire iron and shooting him without dude doing anything to her is actually self-defense. This is crazy.
Right at the moment, Quanisha was taken into custody.
You going with her? You going with her?
We're gonna go up to the same building, okay?
Give mommy a kiss. Give mommy a kiss. You go with her.
Okay.
It's okay. Give mommy a kiss.
Okay.
I forgot to say, this is the epitome of delusional. She thinks that she probably thinks she's going away from the precinct. They're gonna just let you go. Yeah. Don't worry about it. That's self-defense. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just bury him. Don't worry. We'll call his family so they can bury him. That's it. It's over. It's over. Yeah. And she probably thinks because they're telling the little girl here, yeah, don't worry. You're gonna be with mommy. Mommy's gonna come after you. Mommy's gonna come back for you. It's okay. You're gonna be with mommy tonight. No, it's not. It's not gonna go down like that.
She nice. She a big one. She got this. Give mommy a kiss. No, you're not gonna cry.
I am gonna try. I never let
Okay.
my kids ever.
You're not gonna.
She probably gonna try to make a battered woman case. Battered woman case. Or he always bash me. He do this. He do that. But let's see what happens.
Be without them.
She had hit DeMonte with a tire iron and then fired her gun. Actions she would later explain were driven by fear. However, as the police questioned her, cracks began to show in her story.
Here we go.
She admitted that DeMonte hadn't hit her that day, contradicting what she had told her children to say during the 911 call. At the DeKalb County Police Headquarters, Quanisha remained calm during her interrogation. She insisted she acted out of fear, claiming DeMonte's history of violence made her feel unsafe. Yet her admission about the events of that morning raised serious doubts. If DeMonte hadn't attacked her, why had she acted so violently?
You know, I've seen a lot of cases in life, a lot of cases, where we use our kids. We use our kids as a weapon, as weapons. We use our kids as defense mechanism. We use our kids to lie on us, to tell the truth on us. We use to tell the truth. When I mean to tell the truth, is to say stuff that they shouldn't say. We use our kids for a lot of things, to manipulate our husband, our wives, our brother, our mother. We use our kids for a lot of things. And at the same time, we are sending a bad, very bad message to our kids, to our future generation, that this is okay. And they're going to do it with their kids. Because that's the problem. And that's why, right now, there is a generational family corruption. I don't know. There's a broken generational domino effect. I don't even know how to explain it right. It's just like right now, that kid, for example, like I said, he's going to grow up thinking that all these things it's okay. Because a child only knows what you teach him. If you teach a child that killing somebody is okay, that raping somebody, it's okay, he sees that. To him, it's okay. It's normal. But let's continue to watch.
These conflicting details created a picture that was both sad and very complicated. These and other details became a key part of the defense's argument during the trial. They painted DeMonte as a man with a dangerous past, someone who had pushed Quanisha into a corner where she felt she had no choice but to protect herself. But the prosecution had their own version of the story. They argued that Quanisha's actions were not out of fear, but out of anger. They pointed to her question to the police. What happens if I shoot him in self-defense? As evidence that she had considered her actions in advance.
Quenisha Johnson pleaded for protection, cried for help, and she was left defenseless by police officers who knew better. She was left defenseless against a serial abuser by police officers who knew better.
Nah. If I was a member of the victim's family, I will be looking into a lawsuit against the Lithonia, Georgia, I think it's Lithonia, Lithonia, Georgia Police Department. Because they should have never, ever left that gun in the house. They should have removed the gun based on what she was saying. What if I shoot him? How is it that in the police's mind, these officers, they were just going to work things out and everything is okay, but you're leaving a gun in the house. You're leaving her with a gun in the house and she's already saying what she intends to do. They should have at least removed the victim. Remove him from the house. Let's separate you guys. Separate him. Separate the gun. They should have never, ever walked away and just left it at, you guys are going to work things out. But I'm leaving a gun there. There's kids in the house. One of those kids could have died. She could have just tried to shoot him and shoot one of the kids. I believe the officers should have been held responsible. Of course, she should be held responsible because at the end of the day, she's the killer here. But this could have been avoided. At least that day, this could have been avoided. And I don't know how this is not coming up. They're blaming the officers. They're blaming she's blaming the officers on some other. Let me look at what this guy's saying. Hold on. Let me hear it again.
She was left defenseless against a serial abuser.
She was left defenseless, but you got a gun. You got a gun and a tie iron. You left defenseless? Damn, if that's defenseless.
By police officers who knew better.
DeMonte's holding his infant child, and she fearlessly approaches DeMonte and tries to grab the kid. And then, not only that, the entire time, y'all get to hear she says things like, that's not even your baby. That's not even your kid. You're not even on the birth certificate. I'm going to disappear again for 3 hours. What are you going to do then?
They also emphasized that she had gone to her car to retrieve both the tire iron and her gun before the confrontation escalated.
And the headline at this hour is you spoke to Quenisha Johnson right after the sentencing. Julia, what did she have to say?
Spoke to her for the first time, Ted, because even though she was sentenced to 5 years confinement, she is out on bond pending her appeal. So we got to see her walking out of the courthouse with her children, with her family. They've been upbeat when they go into the courtroom every day, but today was a different kind of relief, a different kind of happiness from those family members. And here's what she had to say about those who've been watching this trial and how she feels about everything that happened.
Something I went to live for the rest of my life.
Your family's been here.
Very supportive, yes. A lot of them came from Philadelphia. It's sad. I mean, they say people show no remorse. I'm very remorseful. Just because I don't sit there and tear, cry, and I can't cry on cue. I'm mentally disturbed.
Her trial, which was held in DeKalb County Superior Court, was emotionally charged. One of the most heart-wrenching moments came when Quenisha's 8-year-old daughter testified. The child had been in the house during the shooting, along with her 2 younger siblings. Her initial statement to investigators described seeing her mother hit DeMonte with a pole before firing the gun. However, By the time of the trial, her story had changed. She now claimed it was DeMonte who hit her mother first.
Now, when your mom came into the house that day, she asked you to call 911?
Yes.
She gave you her phone?
Yes.
And did you know that there were police already outside that day?
No.
Okay. Did she tell you why she wanted you to call 911?
Because he was hitting her.
Okay. And was she scared that he was going to hit her?
I don't know.
Objection, personal knowledge. He asked if her mother.
Did she tell you why she wanted you to call 911?
Because he was hitting her.
This inconsistency led prosecutors to suggest that the child may have been coached. Regardless, it was clear that the event had left a mark on her young mind, a memory no child should ever have to carry.
Johnson also said she wishes that the police had done more that night, and that's something that Her Honor, Judge Morris, mentioned as well when she was sentencing. That
what is hybrid of two? Judge sentences Johnson to hybrid of 20 years. Guys, if you're watching, in the comment, let me know what does that mean. Hybrid of 20 years. I've been in this country 21 years already, so a lot has changed. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comment. What does that even mean?
these officers didn't protect her and they didn't protect DeMonte Smith that night.
The courtroom also heard from character witnesses and saw evidence of DeMonte's threatening messages to Quanisha. Both sides presented very different pictures of what had happened that morning. The prosecution described a calculated act of violence, while the defense portrayed a frightened woman who had been abandoned by the system meant to protect her.
Now, after the sentencing, for sure, I just figured we'd see her in handcuffs and being carted off to the Department of Corrections. Not the case. We also heard, though, before that, a lot of emotion from the victim family, impact at both sides.
That's what I wanted to see. I thought the victim had no family. I was about to say, where the hell is the victim's family? I want to hear from them. Why are they not doing anything? She's released on bond during her appeal. She gets sentenced, and then you get sentenced. Okay, so you're going to sentence me, but I'm appealing, so I need bond so I can appeal. Why? Why is it that that happens sometimes, and most of the time it doesn't happen? Why? Why is it? You were sentenced already. You could appeal, but you're going to need to appeal from prison. Just like everybody else does.
Especially DeMonte's mother.
Right. We first heard from his sister, who said that her brother was her anchor. He was her rock in this really confusing world, that he was someone who really loved.
Oh, my God. And she was acquitted.
Quanisha Johnson, that he was head over heels, was always telling his family about her, how lucky he was to be with her. And then his mother spoke. She had a really poignant victim impact statement where she explained to the judge her son is not the monster that he was painted as by the defense.
This case left behind a lot of pain. DeMonte Smith's family was devastated by his death, mourning the loss of a...
Listen, no matter what happened, even if he was abusive, which I think he was. Based on what I've seen here, my perception tells me that, yes, he was abusive.
Son, brother, and father.
You took it. A little bit more. He was abusive. Based on what I see here, he probably was one of them people that he was abusive. She did a lot of things to motivate that abuse, which doesn't make it right. But she didn't help, obviously. He should have walked away. But I think on that day, that same day, she just straight up killed him for no reason. And you can't, if somebody beats you up and they beating you up, while they beating you up, you probably pull a gun and you shoot them. That might be, that looks like it's self-defense. But if somebody beats you up today, and then tomorrow you see him and shoot him, This is not self-defense. Obviously, at that moment, it hasn't been proven that he attacked her. As a matter of fact, during the whole time you see him, he has the child in his hands. So if he really wanted to do something to her, he would have went and put the child in the crib or something. And came out. I don't know what type of gangster he was though, man. If you know somebody got a gun, if I know somebody got a gun and you got a gun, man, I'm going for it. I'm getting away from you, or I'm going to try to grab that gun, because I'm not going to let you grab the gun. I don't know, man. He slept on her, man. I guess he didn't see it coming. I guess he slept on her. He was probably in love, so in love that he probably thought that he was getting the same love, even though they was arguing. He probably thought, well, this is an argument. She ain't really going to do that to me. She ain't really going to kill me. She ain't really going to shoot me. I'm her baby daddy, whatever. I guess, like they say here in DR, you play the number 7, and the number 8 came out. That's crazy.
Wife and said bye. You showed no remorse for him. None. Not for me, not for my daughter, not for his kids. I can't believe that I felt sorry for you for a moment. But I didn't know all the facts. I didn't know everything. I have no remorse for you. I have no empathy. Because you had no remorse for my son, and you showed.
This was premeditated murder, yo. This was premeditated murder. I don't care what you say, premeditated murder. If the prosecutors and the judge would have seen this a different light, or let's say the jury would have seen this in a different light, if they see that police cam, I don't know if it was allowed in court or not. Come on, man. What if I shoot him? I got my gun. He has no residency here. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. What if I shoot him? What if this? What if that? You could tell what's already in her head. I don't know, man, but this should have been looked at in a different light, man. I don't know if it was because normally it's men killing women. Over here, men killing women. By the way, I live in a country where domestic violence, men killing women, it happens at least once every 3 days, twice a week. You see it. This is like domestic violence and car accidents in the Dominican Republic. It's an all-time high. It's been an all-time high for like the last 10 years. It's always happened, but now it's at a high scale. Once again, motor vehicle accidents, especially dealing with motorcycles, and domestic murder. What they call here feminicidio, feminicide. I don't know how you call it. Men killing their spouse. Happens all the time. Like you see it at least once a week. At least. It's like it's not even headline anymore. But let's keep watching.
Oh, no empathy for him. You deserve every single year they can give to you.
Quanisha's children, especially her eldest daughter, were left to deal with the trauma of that morning. They had lost their father to violence and their mother to the legal system. After days of emotional testimonies and arguments, the jury delivered their verdict. Quanisha was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter, not murder. This decision acknowledged that while her actions were wrong, they weren't entirely without reason. Judge Shondina Morris, understanding the complexity of the case, handed down a balanced sentence. Quanisha was sentenced to 20 years, with 5 years in prison, 5 years under house arrest, and the remaining 10 years on probation.
Because at this point, it's getting it.
41 of injury, 20 westbound before the exit ramp.
Weird. That shit don't look good on you.
Blue on the pilot and the silver BMW.
Watch out, bro.
You might do that.
You want me to tell you something? This is why you have a high high percentage of repeat offenders, especially when it comes to murder. There's a very, very, very big chance, and I hope I'm wrong. I cannot predict the future. But based on what I see here, statistics shows this young lady, this woman, might kill again. She might. She got 5 years. 5 years house arrest. Slap on the wrist. She'll get with another nigga. She'll brag to the other dude. I said that word. I'm sorry. I'm getting used to not saying it. Getting used to it. But she'll get with another dude. My apologies. She'll get with another dude. And she'll do the same thing. Very good chance. Because she got away with it already. Let's keep watching.
Hey, now, please.
I don't want my baby out here. The wind is blowing. She don't have a head on.
Just give her the baby.
Give me my baby.
What about your other baby?
Give me my baby.
Going all night.
Or I'm worried
you don't
about
care about your baby.
You ain't care about it either. That's why I got locked up when she was here.
Hey, we not gonna fight on this baby.
Give me my baby though. Like she's gonna get colic.
Give us a second. We're gonna bring him back inside.
I'm gonna get the birth certificate. He's not on it. At this point, it's not his baby. And if y'all want to do a DNA test to identify that.
No, we ain't going that far.
The toxic nature of their relationship becomes painfully clear. While Quanisha claims DeMonte is abusive and insists he has no right to live in her home, he counters that she's equally violent and maintains that he does indeed live there. Their exchange grows increasingly hostile as they deliberately provoke each other. He accuses her of being drunk and neglecting her children, while she taunts him about being broke and tells him that he's not even the baby's father because his name...
Young man, this goes out to this young generation. If you're watching this, if you're watching cases like this, please learn how to walk away. Learn how to walk away. I'm talking to men. Learn when you should say, you know what, here's the baby, I'm gone. Learn how to move on. Learn how to walk away. Women can be God's gift to men, but they can also go as far as costing you your life. They can be very, very, very dangerous. Let's keep watching. This is one of the cases. So if you're watching this, not just young men, all men, learn how to walk away from your spouse, man. Learn how to walk away, man. I'm telling you, I walk away. Listen, man, this stuff doesn't work out. You do you, I'm going to do me. You be over there, I'm going to be over here. I'll be over there, you stay over here. That's it. The most effective way to maintain peace, the most effective remedy for peace is called distance. Distance is the best way. Never fails. The best way to keep the peace is distance. If me and you are away from each other, there's no way we could kill each other. If me and you stay away from each other, no contact, no connection, that's it. Eventually, out of sight, out of mind. And it'll go away. And I understand that sometimes it's happened to me. You break up with somebody and she doesn't leave your mind and you're thinking about it, but that eventually goes away, man. That goes away. It's like a pain where you got a headache and you take medication. Eventually it goes away. Let's keep watching.
Name wasn't on the birth certificate. The officers find themselves in an impossible position. Faced with conflicting claims about domestic violence and residency, their decisions in the next few minutes about how to handle this situation will have deadly consequences.
Hey.
That shit weird, bro.
I got
that dumb shit.
Well, look.
I mean, this motherfucker taking three of her kids, bro. Plus my newborn. We get off at 6 a.m.
We're gonna talk.
Why the fuck you get home at 10:30?
Newborn. But you're not on the birth certificate. That by itself is, well, he was probably locked up. I guess he was in jail or something, but he should have made sure he's on the birth certificate because you can't claim anything. And she's using that against you already. But that just goes to show you immaturity at its best. Lack of knowledge, lack of discipline, lack of self-care. You can't love your baby if you don't even take the time to put your name on the birth certificate. You could have been locked up. My youngest son in the States, I made it just in time. I was in the county jail. Got off the county jail September 21st, 1999. I was released. September 22nd, I was released. I walked all the way to the hospital. He was 1 day old. I just made it. Put my name there. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know how to do it now. Back in the days, right before they come out the hospital, you got to sign in from. I just made it. Just made it. Had no shoelaces on, no belt. Had to go to the precinct to pick that up. I didn't even go to the precinct to pick that up. I went to the hospital and made sure I get that name in there. And I would have done it before. If I would have not been there, I came out. I'd have made sure. Whether she wanted it or not, we was cool. We was cool at that time, but whether she wanted it or not, I would have made sure. So, immaturity, y'all. Immaturity.
Laughing and drunk. These bitch ass Atlanta niggas, dog. I ain't got time for this shit, bro. My mindset ain't built like that. I ain't touching. Yeah. I got my daughter, and they ain't did nothing wrong. I just got out.
You do live here though, right?
Yeah, I got mail her and everything.
How long you been staying here?
It's the same amount of time as she has. We both moved her together.
When?
In December.
Y'all been here since last year, December?
Hey, she got mad because she out creeping at night and she couldn't keep up with her lies. And she was scared to come home. You smart? Think. She ain't want to come home, so she...
Yeah, but walk away, brother. Walk away. Obviously, man, you're going to go back in that house. She got a gun. She obviously on a guilt trip. I ain't saying homie here, Angel. He probably beat her ass a few times in the past. But man, you could have just walked away. And yes, man, I don't know how is it that this guy's family does not push for a lawsuit. They should have removed him from the property. They should have never left them together and just left. Nah, you guys are going to work things out. Yeah, but there's a gun in the house. Come on, man. She's already telling you what happens if I shoot him. I don't know, man. The police, they should have made the police liable for this. The police should have been held accountable for something, man. This is not right. This is not right, man.
She used the police.
It's my daughter. He's not on the birth certificate or nothing. He's not hit my baby. I'm a mother before anything. I don't care what.
You were adopted before anything. You ain't check on your kids one time.
Hey, let's just go inside the house with the baby.
You were adopted before anything.
Here's the thing. We can't.
We don't live here. There's nothing to hear.
I got mail in her.
We don't. Where?
Listen to what I'm Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Okay, he's not coming back
here. Because when I originally spoke
to you, ain't check on your kids all night.
Told me he's been staying here since
because he got in jail.
She a liar. She been lying all night.
Hey, let her talk.
You said he been staying here till August. So technically, when I told you let him in, you gave him, you allowed him to stab residency.
You that drunk?
You allowed him.
You forgot where you went 3 hours?
I want you to look at my daughter's diaper. Auntie is dead.
Nah, nigga, I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
With their mama.
With their mom? Hey, we don't talk to them.
We're not here to listen to y'all go back and forth. No problem. I'm trying to tell you.
My kids here though. My kids here though. I see my kids every day. You don't see none of yours. You ain't gonna see her after this today.
So what? Cause you with that?
No.
You got mad cause you disagreed?
Thinking I'm cool. That's why.
You should have walked away, man. Obviously, don't you see that there's nothing to look for, man? You need to separate. You needed to separate yourself from this.
Because you broke. And that's what you got on trying to
Hey, stop. Because at this point, you're antagonizing him. You stop.
I'm not. He has my stop.
You don't let me stop. You're not listening to nothing that's being said. You're not listening to nothing that's being said. You told me he's been staying here since August.
He's staying here since the end of August, yes. He got out of the Camp County jail here.
That means he's been here.
I allowed him to come here because I went
again, you ain't listening.
Hey,
you can go now.
Like,
You gonna disappear for 3 hours and expect me not
I'm gonna
to
disappear
mad?
again for 3 more hours tomorrow. What's the difference?
You can go.
See, the police let her have the upper hand on the talking. They just let her do the talking or whatever. That cop should have just say, listen, you need to shut up. You need to shut the fuck up because I'm talking now. This is what's going to happen. She just gave up.
Go ahead and go in the house and place the baby down.
Prosecutors called their first witness, DeMonte's ex-girlfriend. Her testimony revealed a crucial detail. She told jurors that DeMonte had asked her to order him an Uber from Quenisha's house. Phone records confirmed that the rideshare vehicle was already en route when the shooting occurred, suggesting DeMonte had planned to leave the situation entirely.
A great person. He always laughing, caring, very oriented, always.
Damn, so she didn't even wait, yo. So he was planning to leave. This is crazy, bro. So he was actually planning to leave the scene. It's sad. If that Uber would have showed up maybe a few minutes before that, if that Uber would have showed up, he should have done that before the cops was there, though. Damn, man. How is it he didn't see this coming, man? It's crazy.
Laughing, joking. He was just a great person.
Following the ex-girlfriend's glowing character testimony, the defense revealed a very different side to DeMonte. The jury would hear about an extensive criminal record, including an arrest just 4 months before his death in July 2022. The charges included possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony and possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. More damaging still, at the time of that arrest, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office had active warrants out for charges of stalking and probation violation. This history of violence and criminal behavior, according to the defense, would support Quenisha's claims of feeling threatened that night. Next to take the stand was Quenisha's 7-year-old daughter. Her testimony would prove contentious.
Based on what I see here, man, you know what's crazy? They put the victim here on trial, and he's dead. He's dead, and he's on trial. He's dead, and he's being demonized. And he's dead. He didn't have a gun with him. He had a baby with him. And you seen the way he was talking, you know, he wasn't expressing no type of violence. And like I said, I'll say it again, I'm not saying he's never whipped the ass. I believe, seriously, I do believe that he has. He has. But that day, this could have been avoided. That day, this was murder. This was premeditated murder. Clear as day. Let's keep watching.
In her initial statement to forensic child interviewers immediately after the shooting, she had described seeing her mother hit DeMonte with a pole before firing the gun. But now, months later at trial, her story had changed dramatically.
She wanted you to call 911?
Because he was hitting her.
And was she scared that he was going to hit her?
I don't know.
Objection, personal knowledge. He asked if her mother.
Did she tell you why she wanted you to call 911?
Because he was hitting her.
Your mom went up the stairs?
Yes.
And you saw the man on Dolo, you saw him hit your mom?
Yes.
Could you see from where you were downstairs, could you see everything that was happening upstairs?
Not everything.
Okay. Could you see your mom?
For a second.
Could you see Dolo?
Yes.
And you said that you heard a gunshot?
Yes.
Did you actually see a gun? Did you see your mom pull a gun and shoot?
I didn't see her pull a gun.
Okay. You just heard the gunshot?
Yes.
Do you remember telling an officer, a police officer, and your aunt on the phone, did you tell them that did you say your mom and Dolo went upstairs and mommy hit him with a pole?
No, Dolo hit him with her pole.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police and your aunt? Did you say that? Did you say mommy hit him with a pole?
No, Dolo hit her with a pole.
Okay. And did you ever tell the police? Do you remember telling the police that mommy hit Dolo?
Yes.
You told them that? Okay. Why did you tell them that?
Because I thought I needed to.
Okay. You thought you needed to?
Obviously, this kid is coached, man. This kid's testimony shouldn't even be taken into account, man. Because obviously, look what she's saying. And it's a kid. And it's a kid being coached. Obviously not properly coached. But this is crazy, man. This is obviously crazy, man. And I feel bad for dude, and I feel bad for the family of dude. Hey, he was from the streets, obviously, gangbanger, whatever. But he died. The fact that he was murdered, it's like if another gangbanger would have shot him. Doesn't that gangbanger needs to be tried and convicted because he shot another gangbanger? That's crazy. But anyway, let's keep watching.
Why did you think that you needed to?
I don't know.
Okay.
The sentence reflected the gravity of her actions while also considering the circumstances that led to them. What would you have done in Quanisha's place? Would you have trusted the system or taken matters into your own hands? Please let us know in the comments. Kindly like and subscribe.
You can articulate what's going on.
I can. I'm showing you.
You better really be able to articulate that.
This is my household. He have no brothers. See nothing.
Make sure you read up on it and make sure you can articulate when it comes to
I've done it. I did it before I got my license.
Okay.
So when I shoot him.
Ladies and gentlemen, what did Quanisha need to do? In this case, we'll call him Dolo. Dolo, throughout the whole video, there was nothing that showed that Dolo was violent. Like I said, based on my perception, I'm pretty sure he was, but nothing shows here. Nothing on the police cam. Was there any reports of domestic violence here? I don't remember them saying that. And obviously, this was premeditated murder. Nothing but. To me, this was murder. But that was it for today. Ladies and gentlemen, another day, another dollar. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please hit the not like button. Hit the notification bell. Get with me. Still not getting no views, but like I said, I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep riding until the wheels fall off. Get with me. The Starving YouTuber. Peace.